Friends. I have them, you probably have them, and we love them for everything they are. No show displays the care, complexity, and reward that goes into maintaining friendships throughout your adult life like Friends does. We get to see the lives of our ensemble cast evolve over 10 seasons. Most episodes are spectacular, which begs the question, what are the best episodes of the show? More specifically, what is the best episode of every season? Today we'll be cracking that code, analyzing the greatest episodes from Season 1 all the way to Season 10. Clarification, two-part episodes such as the one with Ross's wedding will be counted as one episode, as they follow one overarching plot. Additionally, I will not be considering the reunion as a season because it doesn't have episodes. Season 1. The cast is young, fun, and undeveloped. We're learning about Joey's womanizing and Phoebe's aloof nature, but as much as we learn about the characters themselves, we learn about the relationships between them. Nowhere is that more apparent than with Ross and Rachel. Ross's seemingly unrequited crush on Rachel is one of the major arcs of the first season, and the storyline climaxes in the final episode, titled The One Where Rachel Finds Out. It's Rachel's birthday, her first with the gang, and everyone is there to celebrate with her except Ross. Ross is on a business trip in China, but he leaves a present for Rachel before he leaves. When Rachel opens Ross's present to find a ring she told him she wanted, an all-time moment occurs.
I can't believe he did this.
Come on, Ross, remember back in college when he fell in love with Carol and bought her that ridiculously expensive crystal duck?
What did you just say?
The revelation that Ross is into her leads Rachel to question her feelings for Ross. At the end of the episode, Rachel waits for Ross to deplane at the airport, only for him to get off with his new romantic partner, Julie. While Season 1 is full of silly, unserious moments, it's ultimately the high stakes of the season finale that make it the best episode of the first season. Ross and Rachel's feelings are genuine and relatable. When combined with a funny side plot involving Joey's sexless relationship, the episode becomes excellent in all regards. The episode also masters suspense. It's equally easy to think that Ross and Rachel will get together and that they won't, keeping audiences on their toes. It's this three-dimensional storytelling that makes the episode stand out from flatter plot lines like the Carol and Ross arc. They sent Season 1 out with a bang, and the ripple effects lasted well into Season 2. Two episodes from Season 2 stand out from the rest. The one after the Super Bowl was one of the most comedic to date and featured many talented guest stars, while the one with the videotape sees Ross and Rachel officially get together. The latter beautifully endcapped Ross and Rachel's will they won't they relationship for the time being. The cultural importance of the one after the Super Bowl cannot be understated, making it the best episode of Season 2. The one after the Super Bowl is a two-part episode that aired after Super Bowl 30, giving the episode the highest ratings out of any episode in the entire show. The episode features guest stars such as Brooke Shields, Chris Isaac, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and my personal goat, Julia Roberts. The only continuous plotline between the two episodes is Ross attempting to reunite with Marcel, his monkey from Season 1. His search takes him from San Diego back to New York, where he finds Marcel acting on a movie set. In one of the all-time comedic plotlines of the show, Joey finds out he has a stalker named Erica. Joey and Erica begin to see each other, but issues arise due to Erica believing he's actually Dr. Drake Ramore, the character he plays on Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, that was a tricky one. In reality, that operation takes like over 10 hours, but they only showed it for 2 minutes.
Stay.
No one.
Phoebe gets together with a man who recruits her to sing songs to children. However, Phoebe's songs prove too inappropriate. Chandler goes on a date with Susie Underpants Moss, a childhood classmate who was relentlessly bullied after Chandler pantsed her in front of the entire school. On the date, Susie gets revenge by stealing Chandler's pants after getting him to put on her panties, leaving him in nothing but women's underpants. The final plotline sees Rachel and Monica compete for the affection of Jean-Claude Van Damme, who plays himself. The one after the Super Bowl does not develop overarching plot lines or deliver emotional moments, but the episode makes up for it with its zany, unique plotlines. Chandler and Joey's mishappenings with women provide some of the goofiest moments, and Phoebe and Ross's plotlines have sweet moments. Add a few great guest stars and you have a great formula. Specifically, Brooke Shields does a great job selling her character's obsession with Joey, and she ultimately makes that plotline what it is. This fun, creative two-parter takes the title of the best episode of Season 2. Like the best episode of Season 2, many of the great episodes of Season 3 are made by their comedy. One of these episodes is the one where no one's ready, revolutionary for its one-room set and long, unedited takes. But my friend's hot take is that I don't like the one where no one's ready. Instead, the best episode of Season 3 is the one the morning after, otherwise known as the Ross and Rachel breakup episode. This is Friends at its most emotional, its most vulnerable, and its most real. We start with a Matt LeBlanc voiceover, followed by Ross's scurrying around to prevent those who know he slept with Xerox girl Chloe from telling Rachel. Every person he asks to not tell anyone has already told someone else, and it eventually gets back to Rachel.
Just get away from me!
It was a mistake. I made a mistake, okay?
A mistake? What were you trying to put it in? Her purse? Where did he put it?
What follows is almost a full episode's worth of gut-wrenching, emotional confrontation between Ross and Rachel. Ross is apologetic and pleads for Rachel to take him back, but he's also unwilling to fully take responsibility for his actions. Rachel is heartbroken and unforgiving, and the two ultimately break up. The whole time, Monica, Phoebe, Chandler, and Joey secretly listen in on the couple's falling out after the boys try waxing, pain-free leg wax, which is anything but. Beyond the pain and agony of Rachel and Ross's breakup is reality. This is some of the most relatable content we've ever gotten on television, and watching Ross and Rachel break up feels so heartbreaking because most of us have dealt with breakups or seen one from close up. The episode is expertly written by the writing staff, who don't force us into a direction with our opinions. It is up to us, the audience, whether we think Ross and Rachel are on a break, whether Ross, Rachel, or both of them are at fault, and whether Rachel should take Ross back. The ending of the episode signals the end of an era for the show. Ross and Rachel aren't close anymore. Still, the show moves on just like we must when times are tough. Because of how raw and relatable the one the morning after is, it is the best episode of season 3. Plotlines consisting of interpersonal drama between the characters were consistent throughout the show. Rachel and Ross, Ross and Monica, Monica and Rachel, Phoebe and Pottery Barn. A lot of the cast is designed to get under each other's skin, but Joey and Chandler aren't, which make their fighting and the one with Chandler in a box such a unique and entrancing episode. This episode does a lot of things great. It seamlessly brings back the Richard plotline before dropping it again, it expands on Rachel's gift-giving beliefs, and we see Joey and Chandler at odds for one of only a few times in the show's run. There's just one episode that edges it out, and you already know what it is if you know my channel name. Nothing can beat the camaraderie, competition, and great laughs that come with the one with the embryos. The episode consists of 2 plot lines. The first revolves solely around Phoebe, who has previously agreed to be the surrogate mother for her brother Frank Jr. and his partner Alice. After learning that the embryo implantation only has a 25% chance to work, Phoebe feels pressure to come through for her brother, especially when she learns how expensive the procedure costs. Meanwhile, Joey and Chandler argue with Rachel and Monica over which duo knows more about each other. This leads the group to propose a trivia showdown to determine which pair knows more about the other, with Ross serving as host. The girls are about to win, but they need to get one more question correct.
What is Chandler Bing's job?
Oh gosh, this has something to do with numbers and processing. And he carries a briefcase.
10 seconds, you need this or you lose the game.
It has something to do with transponding. Oh, he's a transponster. That's not even a word. Oh, no, I can get this. No!
The girls lose, and because they lost, they lose their apartment. The emotions are high between the 2 duos, and the 2 duos fight. But then, an anxiety-laden Phoebe finds out in front of Frank Jr., Alice, and the rest of the gang that the procedure worked. She's pregnant. The whole cast rejoices, and they realize their fighting was trivial. The one with the embryos has it all. Fun, laughs, tear-jerking moments, and every cast member plays into their roles so well. Of course Ross is way too into being the host. Of course Monica is hyper-competitive. Every character plays into what we know about them, but it's also a joy to learn new things about these friends that we've watched for 4 seasons. Who knew that Rachel's favorite movie is Weekend at Bernie's? Who would have thought Joey had a stuffed animal best friend? We get to discover new facets about the whole group without deviating from their usual flanderized traits. We also get to see one of Phoebe's biggest wins throughout the entire series, and who doesn't want to see the carefree, rough and tough Phoebe succeed after she's been through so much? The one with the embryos is a prime example of how friends can make the viewer emotionally satisfied. We, the audience, want to hug Phoebe just like the rest of the group did. Because of how satisfying Phoebe's successful pregnancy is, and because of the new things we learn about our favorite characters, there's no doubt that the one with the embryos is the best episode of season 4. Is it really a question what the best episode of season 5 is? From the first episode of the season, we see the evolution of Chandler and Monica's fling into a loving relationship. Their attempts to hide their romance leads to funny moments throughout the season, but none of their sneaking around compares to the climax of Chandler and Monica's storyline. The best episode of season 5 is the one where everybody finds out. When the elusive, ugly, naked guy from across the street moves out, Ross attempts to move out of Chandler and Joey's apartment into the now vacant apartment across the road. Ross, Phoebe, and Rachel tour the apartment, where Phoebe and Rachel see something they don't want to witness. Now, every friend knows about Chandler and Monica except for Ross. Instead of telling the lovebirds they know, Rachel and Phoebe decide to use Phoebe to seduce Chandler. After Phoebe flirts with Chandler, Monica and Chandler deduce that the girls are messing with them. They choose to play along, leading to a hilarious back and forth throughout the entire episode, one that Joey wants nothing to do with. He's been holding Chandler and Monica's secret for a long time and wants to be able to share it freely. The episode peaks when Chandler and Phoebe continue to ramp up their moves on each other. Eventually, Chandler breaks and professes his love for Monica in front of the entire group, sans Ross. This whole time, Ross has been going the extra mile to convince Ugly Naked Guy to give him the apartment, going so far as to eat mini muffins with Ugly Naked Guy while both are naked. He gets the apartment, and in the final scene of the episode, Ross sees Chandler and Monica doing it while trying to convince his boss his anger issues have subsided.
What are you doing? Get off my sister!
The one where everybody finds out is not about the means, but rather about the ends. The writers spent all of season 5 developing Chandler and Monica's relationship, so it's important that the apex is given the time it deserves. The episode gives a chance for Phoebe, Rachel, and Joey to grapple with their friends secretly being together, and instead of writing a confrontation, they played off the reveal as a chance for humor and competition. Matthew Perry and Lisa Kudrow do a great job playing into the awkwardness of fake flirting. Additionally, David Schwimmer perfectly encapsulates how Ross would react to seeing his best friend and sister hooking up. The acting is top tier, the story is impactful but not too complicated, and the episode serves as the perfect end cap for Monica and Chandler sneaking around. The one where everybody finds out is the perfect Friends episode, the best of season 5, and the best of the entire series. Friends just doesn't get better than this. Best episode of season 6 is a two-horse race between two-parters. There's The One That Could Have Been, a fun, low-stakes two-parter that explores what might have happened if the gang made different choices in life. It's all fun and no tension. Then you get a lot of sweat and little fun with The One with the Proposal, which walks through Chandler's tenuous time proposing to Monica, especially when Richard comes back into the picture. It's hard to pick against an episode that defines Chandler and Monica's relationship, but the finale has issues being believable. After all that Monica and Chandler have been through, the idea that Monica might pick Richard is a tough sell. On the contrary, The One That Could Have Been is a breath of fresh air, and ultimately, the best episode of season 6. The episode starts with the group throwing out what-ifs. The what-ifs they propose are: what if Rachel didn't leave Barry at the altar? What if Ross and Carol were still married? What if Joey never got fired from Days of Our Lives? What if Chandler wrote for The New Yorker? What if Monica never lost weight? What if Phoebe took a job she was offered at Merrill Lynch? We explore all these questions, starting with Rachel. Monica and Rachel reunite at Central Perk after 13 years apart. While there, Monica introduces Rachel to the rest of the gang, which results in a flirtation between Rachel and Days of Our Lives star Joey. Rachel's conflicted whether or not she should cheat on her husband Barry, and she kind of does. But it doesn't matter because in the end, Barry cheats on her with a dog walker. Ross's plotline sees him stuck in a passionless marriage with Carol. Trying to spice up the relationship, he unknowingly encourages a threesome that includes Susan, which ends up being more of a twosome. He ends the two-parter with the realization that Carol is a lesbian. And a role reversal, the poor Chandler is hired by the wealthy Joey to be his personal assistant. Chandler is upset that Joey bosses him around and treats him poorly. He confides in Monica. In the end, the two buds make up. Monica's plotline involves her relationship with her boring boyfriend Roger. After revealing to Rachel that she's still a virgin, Monica decides that she'll lose her virginity on her next date with Roger. Unfortunately for Monica, Roger unexpectedly gets called into his hospital job, leaving no one to have sex with her, except for Chandler. After some joking about having sex together, the two do it, proving that the two would end up together in a different timeline. Finally, Phoebe is now a bossy, results-oriented stockbroker working for Merrill Lynch, who frequently smokes and wears nothing but business professional. After losing the company $13 million, she has a heart attack that lands her in the hospital.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I can't call my office, they'll kill me. I can't call my clients, they'll kill themselves. Great, now my chest hurts. What? My chest hurts.
Her workaholic nature makes her sneak out of the hospital, just for her to discover she's been fired from her job. This causes her to have another heart attack. The final scene sees her singing for the rest of the group at Central Perk, showing that not much has changed in this alternate reality. Given that The One That Could Have Been is not canon, it widens the opportunity for humor, unique happenings, and all-out fun. Rachel's almost affair with Joey is more lighthearted and playful than the real romance that occurs between them in season 9. Phoebe having a heart attack is played off for laughs, which couldn't have happened unless this was an alternate reality with no consequences. Because these developments mean nothing, we get crazy, unhinged moments that are memorable. These alternate characters also diversify the jokes that can be written for them. Overweight Monica provides different humor than the one we've come to love, making the two-parter like no other. The One That Could Have Been is good old-fashioned comedy and the best episode of season 6. Let's be real. Friends is on the downturn by season 7. Chandler and Monica are getting married, the Ross and Rachel plotline has been exhausted, and the characters have been flanderized to hell. Monica is a competitive, neat freak, and Joey has been infantilized. Overall, the gang has become one-dimensional. There's less to love this season, but there's still some great episodes. The one with the nap partners humorously plays on Joey and Ross's awkwardness after accidentally falling asleep together, while Phoebe and Rachel argue over getting to be bridesmaid. Another great episode is the one with the holiday armadillo, a touching Christmas episode that delves into the challenges of raising children. These episodes are awesome, but I have to give a slight edge to the one with Phoebe's cookies. Seeing Monica stress out over something as menial as cookies and watching Joey and Rachel interact in a never-before-seen, never-seen-again location makes this episode one to remember. The episode is named after Monica's quest to figure out Phoebe's grandmother's chocolate chip cookie recipe. Unfortunately for Monica, the recipe was destroyed in Phoebe's apartment fire last season, leaving just one cookie made with the recipe. This inspires Monica to painstakingly attempt to recreate the cookie. After dozens of wrong batches, Monica discovers the true origin of Phoebe's grandmother's cookies.
My grandmother said she got the recipe from her grandmother, Nestlé Toulouse.
What was her name?
Nestlé Toulouse.
Nestle Toll House?
Meanwhile, Rachel offers to teach Joey how to use his new sailboat. I'm not sure why Rachel knows how to sail when she couldn't do laundry in the first season, but whatever. I guess it makes sense with her wealthy background. Anyways, Rachel proves to be a demanding teacher when Joey can't follow her directions, and she comes to the realization that she's acting like her father. After apologizing to Joey, the two sit docked in the marina, enjoying sandwiches and beer. But when Rachel drops the meat, Joey starts yelling at her before realizing he is acting like his father. The final plotline sees Chandler try to get closer to his new father-in-law, Jack Geller. Doesn't go well though. First, he accidentally sits on Jack's lap in the steam room following their racquetball game. After talking with Ross about it, a humiliated Chandler asks Jack not to tell the story to other people, to which Jack agrees. Then Chandler messes up again when he goes nude into a room with no steam, exposing him to a room full of strangers. I am lower on the Chandler plotline than the other two, strictly because I'm not a fan of body humor. The secondhand embarrassment does get to me, even if the primary embarrassment is from Chandler, who often gets himself into these wacky situations. The episode excels in spite of this plotline, delivering funny gags. The highlight is Monica finding out where Phoebe's grandmother got her cookie recipe from. I also love how bad the marina set is. It's so bad that it delivers on being humorous, so I guess it kinda works. Ultimately though, the one with Phoebe's cookies speaks to how weak season 7 is overall. Chandler's plotline shows that the writers were running out of ideas at this time, and what they were coming up with wasn't always sticking. This may be the weakest best episode in the series. A staple of the sitcom genre are guest stars, which we saw can elevate an episode in the one after the Super Bowl. A Friends-specific tradition is the Thanksgiving episode, which sees the Friends celebrate in new and fun ways every season. Coincidentally, the best guest star performance occurred in the best Thanksgiving episode, because Brad Pitt has one hell of an appearance in The One with the Rumor. It's fun to learn so many new things about the cast's past this late into the series, from Ross's involvement in the I Hate Rachel Green Club, to the rumor that Rachel is a hermaphrodite. The One with the Rumor is the best episode of Season 8. The episode starts with Monica refusing to cook a Thanksgiving turkey due to Phoebe, Chandler, and Rachel not wanting it, but Joey swears to finish the whole turkey by himself. Monica also reveals that Will Colbert, a friend of Ross and hers from high school, will be joining them. At dinner, Will is aggressive towards Rachel because Rachel used to make fun of him in high school. Rachel feels terrible for her previous actions, but becomes upset when she finds out that Will co-founded the I Hate Rachel Green Club. She's even more upset when she finds out who the other co-founder is.
God, so what, you all just joined together to hate me? Who else was in this club?
Me? And Ross.
Will then tells Rachel that he and Ross started the rumor in high school that she was a hermaphrodite. Rachel gets super upset at Ross and claims she never did anything to hurt him. But Monica reminds Rachel of the rumor she started about Ross.
Well, you did start that rumor about Ross making out with Mrs. Altman, our 50-year-old librarian.
How did you know that?
It's true?
No.
Yes, it is. I saw you guys going at it behind the card catalog.
Ross and Rachel continue to fight, while Joey finishes his turkey and Phoebe swoons over Will. Monica reminds the soon-to-be parents that high school was a long time ago. They were different people, and they should let it go. The episode ends with Will stating he's proud that Ross didn't marry Rachel, which Ross doesn't find funny. Will hugs only Phoebe, and then he leaves, marking the end of the episode. The One with the Rumor is iconic. As the focal point, the episode hinges on Brad Pitt's performance. He hits it out of the park, selling a convincing character who brings some drama to a sometimes stale Season 8. Specifically, Jennifer Aniston and Pitt, who were married at the time, have amazing chemistry on screen. And Ross and Rachel's relationship gets recontextualized all these years later by bringing up old drama. Because of its ensemble cast, Friends is rarely made by one actor, but Brad Pitt, and the way the cast plays off of Pitt makes The One with the Rumor the best episode of Season 8. Like the few seasons prior, Season 9 is a shell of Friends' former glory. The season is ruined by its overarching plot lines, namely Chandler's move to Tulsa and Rachel and Joey's romantic tension. The best episodes in the season are divorced from these developments, and one episode I love is the one with the mugging. It's not often that we get details on Phoebe's past, so this episode is a great one. In the one with the mugging, Joey fails and then subsequently aces simultaneous auditions for the same play, crediting his success to holding his bladder. After being invited by famous director Leonard Hayes for a final audition, Joey drinks as much fluid as possible before his tryout. Joey gets the part but pees himself while hugging Hayes, disgusting the director. Meanwhile, Ross and Phoebe run into a scary situation.
Oh, I hear divorce bills.
Just give me your walls and there won't be a problem.
What?
I have a gun. Okay, just relax, Phoebe. Just stay calm. Oh my God, I can't find my wallet!
The robber turns out to be Phoebe's old friend Lowell, and Phoebe reveals that she used to mug people herself. After hearing about the incident, Monica tells Phoebe that Ross was mugged as a kid. When Phoebe hears the details of Ross's former mugging, she realizes that she was the one who robbed Ross. Monica doesn't believe her considering Ross said he was mugged by a large man, but it turns out he's been lying all these years. Phoebe apologizes to Ross for the mugging, but he becomes upset with her. The two only bridge the gap when Phoebe returns Science Boy, a comic book Ross made when he was a kid, a comic book she stole from him. Chandler has landed an unpaid internship at an advertising company after choosing to switch careers. He has the ability to stay on at the company as a full-time employee, but only if he proves himself as an intern. He makes a positive impression when he explains his idea for promoting a variant of Heelys. The one with the mugging does legwork for tying up old and new plot lines. Phoebe's former life on the streets is regularly alluded to, but never expanded upon in the series, so it was interesting to see how her past behaviors intersected with Ross's past. Additionally, while the Tulsa arc completely sucks, it's fulfilling to see Chandler start over and do what he loves. While I'm not the biggest fan of Joey's plotline, I do like that Joey's written more faithful to his younger personality, opposed to the next episode where Joey can't open a baby lock. I'm not going to pretend like it's the best episode of the series, but for the low standard that Season 9 set throughout its run, the one with the mugging is amazing. The final season of Friends is dedicated to tying a nice bow around the series. Chandler and Monica are moving away and exploring the adoption process, Rachel is moving to Paris, Joey and Rachel stay friends while Rachel and Ross pair Emma. A lot is happening. Because there are so many arcs throughout the season, it feels like the episodes blend together, making it hard to distinguish between the episodes. Of course, the season builds up to one epic finale. Due to the emotion and closure the audience feels during the final episode, the best episode of Season 10 is the last one. After surrogate mother Erica goes into labor 3 weeks early, Chandler and Monica rush to the hospital to watch the birth of their child. The two are surprised but delighted when Erica gives birth to twins, making them the parents of 2 children. Once the new parents come home, Mike and Phoebe decide on trying for kids themselves, and Joey gives Monica and Chandler a chicken duck as housewarming gifts. While this is all happening, Ross and Rachel sleep together one last time. Rachel sees their sex as a proper send-off for her move to Paris, but Ross doesn't feel the same way. Ross still loves her. He tries to tell her, but Gunther professes his love first, to which Rachel denies him. Rachel heads off for the airport, leaving Ross a lonely man until he decides to chase after her. Enlisting the help of Phoebe, the two speed to catch her before she boards her plane. After some clever stalling of the plane by Phoebe, the two get there just in time, and Ross begs Rachel to stay.
I love you. Do not get on this plane.
Miss, are you boarding the plane?
Hey.
After Rachel gets on the plane, Ross and Phoebe return back home. The whole gang meets up, except for Ross, who's too depressed to socialize with the others. He checks his messages, and to his surprise, he has one from Rachel. Rachel tells Ross that she loves him too and that she wants to get off the plane, but the message cuts off before she can say whether she's gotten off.
Oh my God, did she get off the plane? Did she get off the plane?
I got off the plane.
The two get back together and supposedly live happily ever after. In the final scene of the series, all 6 members of the gang reminisce on their friendship. The people around them are the friends that defined their 20s and 30s. The apartment that once belonged to Monica's grandmother once was home to them all, and now it's empty as Chandler and Monica prepare to move away. This chapter in each one of these 6 people's lives is over, and it's sad, but it's amazing that it happened in the first place. The gang decides to get one last cup of coffee together at Central Perk, and they head downstairs as the show's final frame zooms in on Monica and Chandler's apartment door. What a final episode. We get the resolution to the Ross and Rachel plotline, which has been happening literally since the start of the show, and we have to say goodbye to Monica and Chandler too.
The suspense created by Rachel's decision is genuine and real, and it makes you question if Ross and Rachel are endgame. While some disagree with Ross and Rachel ending up together, I think the way the writers went about it is perfect. It's not rushed or illogical, but rather heartfelt and meaningful. Joey and Phoebe do get a raw deal here in these final 2 episodes, with Joey having no character development by the end. It seems like everyone is off to bigger and better things except for him, which sucks. I like to think that's why we got the spin-off Joey, but who knows. After the whole season built towards these final 2 episodes, the last ones, part 1 and 2, serve as a proper send-off for the show. Ultimately, the reason I like Friends is because it feels genuine and realistic, all while being funny. What I find hilarious is not what others crack up at, which is why many people will have lists much different than mine. Still, I want to hear everybody's thoughts on my picks. Did I do well? Did I miss a hidden gem? It's possible, but with a show as successful as Friends, it's hard to pick as it is. I hope you all like this video, and let's keep up as friends until next time.